So the first kind of most interesting one is building out what we call audiences, and then activating those audiences in your downstream tools, like your ad tools, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, like your marketing tools, maybe Iterable or Braze, building these custom audiences in one central location. So let me walk you through that flow really quickly. So this is an e-commerce site. I'm gonna build a very, very common e-commerce audience, and maybe I'm gonna say, let me look at all users that viewed a product, let's say at least 4 times or 3 times. I can get very granular here. I can also say, you know, I want to know the exact category of the product, and maybe it's going to be, you know, sneakers. I can add more properties as I go along. I'm going to keep it pretty broad for now, but you can get very granular with how you build these audiences. And so right now I'm looking at users that have viewed a product at least 3 times in the past 7 days. But then I also want to say, I want to look at users that did not perform an order completed event. So this is going to be my audience of very specific users that seem very engaged with my site and seem very engaged with the things I'm selling, but haven't made that final step to actually purchasing anything. This is a great group of users to reach out to with maybe an ad campaign or a marketing campaign to try to get them over that final step. So I'm going to preview these results in Segment. It's going to take a couple seconds. So what Segment's doing right now is actually running this query across all the user profiles you have in our database. And it's in about 5 seconds created this audience size of 1,400 people. I can click into a single person. This is where you're going to see a little bit more interesting of an event stream. All the things Josephine has done. This is a very engaged customer that just hasn't purchased yet in the past 7 days. Once I have this audience built out and I have the right rules I put in place, and you can do Booleans, you can add traits in here, you can have as many different rules here to build out your audience. I can then select where I want to send this audience to. So typically without a tool like Segment, I would have to do this on a one-off basis. It sometimes requires a lot of CSV uploads and downloads and a lot of manual work. Sometimes the person on the marketing team can't even do it within their own marketing org. They need a lot of help from the engineering org to make these queries internally. It just creates this kind of headache of querying and uploading. With Segment, you create the audience one single time. Maybe I choose I want to send it to Personas, to AdWords, to Braze, and to Mixpanel. So again, similar to creating a destination, this took me about, with the explaining half, about 5 minutes to build. So I'm going to say these are my active users with no purchases. I'll leave the description off for now. But in the span of about 5 minutes, I've created a pretty powerful audience for my e-commerce business. And I'm now sending this downstream to 2 different ad tools, 2 different marketing tools, and an analytics tool. I guess 1 marketing tool in this case. This is going to be incredibly helpful as you kind of run through. Segment is going to keep these audiences up to date in real time. So not only did I just send those 1,400 people downstream to these tools, but as people fall into these audiences, as people fall out of these audiences, it's going to be kept up to date in the downstream tools. So if you're running an ad campaign on Facebook, you're not going to be marketing to people that maybe have already come through and purchased, and you're just wasting ad spend on them. Because this is updated regularly, you're going to have the most up-to-date audiences to really have the bang for your buck in the ad spend world.